Welcome, ZASLOW Show 2.0. It is a Tuesday, the 6th of February. Good to have you aboard, part of the Believe Podcast Network, and presented as always by Anidjar and Levine, accident attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733. So glad to have you guys here with us today. We got a lot going on. We're going to have some fun. We are marching toward the big game this weekend. You got San Francisco, you got Kansas City there in Vegas, and our partner Bet Online is your number one source for football odds, stats, trends, and lines with everything from point spreads to hundreds of bets on everything from the coin toss, the color of the Gatorade, to Taylor Swift's lipstick. Bet Online is the number one source for your championship wagering. Head to Bet Online, join today, get into all the action. Bet Online, the game starts here. So, today's one of those days. I wake up in the morning. I love having something to look forward to, right? And I wake up this morning and finally, the Heat and Panthers are back in action. Now, the Heat, of course, have been playing every few days, but the Panthers, it's been like 2 weeks. They had that bye week. Every team gets a bye week. You know that? In the National Hockey, there's a built-in bye, and the Panthers got it right before the All-Star break. So it's been like 2 weeks since we've seen our favorite little hockey team in action. So the Panthers are back tonight. They're taking on Philadelphia at home. Now, you know the Heat and Panthers always have to play at home the same nights. The Heat are home tonight against Orlando. So this is one of those mornings I woke up, I'm looking forward to it. Now, also, I did Driving the Line this morning with my man, Jonathan Coachman, Alan Bell, AB. So go this morning. I tweeted out the link. I was on with those guys yesterday. I'm doing every Monday with them. I was on with them today as well. It's a sports betting show. That's pretty much just it. I mean, it's a sports talk show centered around gambling, all right? It's about 15 minutes every morning live at 10 a.m. on their YouTube channel, youtube.com/@drivingtheline. And yeah, so go check that out. I was on with them yesterday because I'm doing every Monday, and I was on with them again today. So we give out some picks, did a little bit on pro wrestling. Obviously, my guy Coach, everybody knows, legendary WWE broadcaster, and I'm going to be doing more stuff with them in the morning. So go check those guys out. Now, let's get after what happened last night. When we start shows now, I want to start giving a quick little rundown of some things of note from the previous night. So, couple things in the college basketball world. Kansas State, big win over Kansas. I actually gave out Kansas as one of my picks yesterday on Driving the Line. So, number 4 Kansas lost in overtime at Kansas State, 75-70. I watched the whole Canes game last night. Oh my God, what a shitburger game. Virginia, and we know Virginia's got the great defense, and Virginia's a tough team to watch when your team's playing against them, because you know the game's going to be slow, and there's not going to be a lot of points. The Canes were held to 38. Virginia wins 60-38. It was an ESPN game as well. That was an embarrassment for the Hurricanes, who are not a lock for the tournament. They're a 500 team. I think they're 6-6 in the ACC. They're a 500 ACC team. After getting to the Final Four last year, they may not make the tournament this year, which of course will be a massive disappointment. Canes only shot 29%. They were 2 of 20 from 3. Pathetic performance. As far as the NBA goes, Clippers 6-1 on their road trip. They win in Atlanta, 149-144. Hawks suck. Clippers were one of my picks yesterday on Driving the Line, but I hate all the points. Can somebody play a little bit of defense? 149-144. And look, that shows you, I liked the Heat's performance a few days ago against the Clippers. The Heat held them to 103. And then on the second night of a back-to-back, the Clippers scored 149. So even though the Heat didn't win that game, I liked the Heat's performance. The Heat are back in action tonight against Orlando. I think they're going to play well. The Warriors beat the Nets last night. The big story coming out of there, the NBA trade deadline is Thursday. Klay Thompson, he's not that good anymore. And he struggled last night, and he was benched the final 7 minutes. And the Warriors are not going to trade him. The Warriors are not going to trade him for a couple of reasons. The first reason is the Warriors, and the assistant coach who died a couple of weeks ago, and I think the Warriors are a little too in their emotions. And what I mean by that is they already don't want to part with guys like Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. And because of a real tragedy that took place on their team, I don't think they're going to add to the emotional situation by trading away a guy like Klay Thompson, which, of course, you got to be able to separate emotions and relationships from basketball decisions. And I think the Warriors are struggling with that right now. And the second part is, I don't think there's a trade market for Klay Thompson. You know, you look at him and he's averaging 17 points per game, but he's shooting career lows in field goals and career lows in threes. On top of that, Klay Thompson is a really emotional player. How is Klay Thompson going to react to not being on the, a team would trade for him, even just as a rental, a championship contending team. How would Klay Thompson react to not being on the Warriors anymore, to being traded, and to now continue this difficult season in a brand new place for the first time in his career for a player who's already pretty sensitive? I don't think that's a good fit for a championship team. I don't think there's a trade market for Klay Thompson. And the Lakers won their third in a row against the Hornets last night. That's their last game before the trade deadline. They play again Thursday night. Deadline is Thursday afternoon. LeBron was asked last night what he makes about, should there be any changes that should be made. And he's like, that's not for me to decide. Okay, LeBron, we all know you have a major voice when it comes to the decision-making process with the Los Angeles Lakers. But you want to play coy? Fine. All right. Don't fall for the rope-a-dope with this Laker team. They've won 3 in a row. The Hornets are the biggest loser franchise in the league. Although, if the Brooklyn Nets tonight give a video tribute to Kyrie Irving, they're the ultimate loser franchise. They're the ultimate cuck franchise, the Brooklyn Nets, if they give a video tribute tonight to Kyrie Irving. We'll see how that goes down. Ultimate cuck franchise if the Nets give a video tribute to Kyrie Irving this evening. But don't fall for the rope-a-dope with the Lakers. They've won 3 in a row. The Celtics' pathetic performance. The Knicks didn't have OG Anunoby or Julius Randle. And the Hornets, huge loser franchise. So, like I said, don't fall for the rope-a-dope when it comes to the Lakers. That is not a good team. It doesn't matter that they've won 3 in a row. And finally, we'll do a little bit of this here. Last night, for the first time in a really long time, I couldn't wait for Monday Night Raw. I couldn't wait for the start of the show. Now, I always watch Raw, but I usually watch it later in the night. Last night, I was watching it live. I gotta see what Cody Rhodes is gonna say to start off the show. I gotta get an explanation for why he gave his spot to The Rock. I gotta see if we're actually not gonna get Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania. Now, if you've been listening to me, and I spoke a little bit about this on Driving Line this morning. I spoke a lot about it on my wrestling show, It's Still Real to Me, which, of course, is Sunday night, so you can go back and listen to that. It's still very, very relevant. I think we're all going to get what we want with Cody. I think it's a part of a much bigger story that is going on right now. WWE is a billion-dollar business. They know what their audience wants. It would be insane to piss off the entire fan base and not have Cody versus Roman in the main event of WrestleMania. I absolutely think we are all getting it. And last night only furthered my belief that we're all going to get what we want. I've never heard the broadcast crew, Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, I've never heard them more gleeful and delighted to talk about the crowd's displeasure with what's happening with Cody Rhodes. Hashtag We Want Cody. They brought it up all throughout the show. They are letting you know in plain view that they are well aware of everyone being upset. How many times did Michael Cole tell you during the show that Cody still hasn't chosen his main event match for WrestleMania? How many times has Michael Cole told you throughout the show, we don't even know if it's The Rock versus Roman? Tune into the press conference in Vegas on Thursday and we're going to get some more clarity. And Cody, after the show, addressed the crowd, very emotional. And Cody tweeted out after the show, I appreciate all the support, but trust me. I trust Cody Rhodes. This is heading in a direction that's going to please everyone. And now, Cody Rhodes is as over a babyface we've had in WWE in years. You've worked yourself into a shoot the entire WWE universe who's been angry about this the last few days, you've worked yourself into a shoot. We're all going to get what we want. Let the story play out. All right. So a little bit there as far as what happened last night. I think we'll begin starting shows with that, give you a little quick rundown of things that, maybe you missed from the previous night. So, speaking of which, but I tell you who we're having on the show today, all right? I wanted to get some different people on the show this week leading into the Super Bowl, and now I have so many new colleagues at ESPN. I may as well get some of those folks on. Unsportsmanlike every morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. See, I'm getting used to that, right? My program directors at ESPN Radio said, I gotta make sure I say Eastern Time. So you got people all around the country listening. Not everybody lives on the East Coast. East Coast, best coast. So I gotta say Eastern Time. 6, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, ESPN Radio, Unsportsmanlike. My guy Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallmon, and Chris Canty. Michelle Smallmon is gonna be on the show today. She'll make her ZASLOW Show 2.0 debut. I'm looking forward to meeting her, looking forward to talking to her, so we'll talk Super Bowl. We'll do all that fun stuff with her. All right, but you know what? It is Tuesday. You know on Tuesdays what we got going on. Let's get to this week's edition of Twitter Jam. All right, so you guys know how we do. Every Tuesday we go through one of the hot topics that's trending on social media. What's hotter right now than hashtag We Want Cody? All right, so let's do a little bit of WWE Cody Rhodes here. First tweet here. This is from Barstool Sports. Monday Night Raw opened to, quote, Rocky sucks and, quote, we want Cody chants. And The Rock isn't even there. Yeah, Rocky sucks. We're dating back to 1996 when The Rock was the most hated babyface. When he was still Rocky Maivia. He wasn't The Rock yet. And we want Cody resonated all throughout the building there, and the WWE broadcast was not shy to tell you about it. This next tweet, Wrestle Purists tweets out. They are a wrestling podcast. They're very popular, apparently. And they tweet out, WWE absolutely took notice of the Cody Rhodes reaction, and there are some who have pushed for the company to lean into it, feeling it would make Cody a stronger babyface by playing up the fan surge into him. The plan here was never to turn The Rock heel or to have it come across even to smart fans as if he was maliciously taking Rhodes' spot. As several in WWE pointed out, they can adjust the plan week by week to make it make sense. This next tweet is from Crispy Wrestling. They are it's a YouTuber fan account for pro wrestling. Second time Michael Cole's mentioned Rock versus Roman hasn't been made official and has talked about the We Want Cody trend. This Thursday's press conference is about to be really interesting. Yep. I mean, they're letting you know about it on the broadcast. And this Thursday's press conference in Vegas, it's hosted by Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. And you got the Super Bowl descending upon Vegas, and that's going to be a really big deal. This next tweet is from Degenerate George. He apparently is editor-in-chief of some wrestling podcast, I guess. All right. And he writes here, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes is definitely happening. The Rock will announce at Thursday's media event that he will be special guest referee to make sure that his family stays in line. We're all getting worked. I could see that being the scenario. I could see that being it. Now, the part that throws me off is Cody saying on Friday night, I'm not doing it at WrestleMania. I don't know why he said that. That I don't have an answer for. But can this be it? That The Rock is going to special guest referee? Yeah, could be. All right. Cody Rhodes tweets out after Raw last night. Actually, let me first do this. This tweet is from WrestleLamia.com. They're a very big wrestling news rumored source. And they have the video, and it's a quote from Cody saying, for you to want me as special because I've always wanted you. And here's the clip.
I was a little boy who grew up loving everything. For you to want me is special because I have always wanted you. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry I'm an emotional mess. Please, let's hear it for the man who came and just saved my ass, Sammy Zayn!
A very emotional Cody Rhodes. I mean, he is the biggest babyface this company has seen in years now. I'm telling you, this is all part of the plan. Cody is so over and so popular now. It's going to be such a massive deal when he fights Roman again at WrestleMania. Is he going to beat him? I don't know about that part. Is he going to finish the story yet? I don't know about that part. But it's going to be enormous. WrestleMania.com tweets out, actually, Cody Rhodes first. Then after the show, Cody Rhodes tweets out, appreciate the passion. God bless y'all. But trust me. Come on. Come on. And finally, WrestleMania.com responds to that with, something just screams Cody having a plan in mind. I could definitely see a night 1 and night 2 match for Roman Reigns. See, that's what I'm hoping for. Night 1, Rock fights Cody for the tribal chief, for the head of the table. Rock fights Roman. Night 2, Cody fights Roman for the undisputed title. That's what I'm hoping for. And that right there is another edition of Twitter Jam. All right, so let me tell you guys, you know I've been telling you about sheets and giggles for a while now. Why am I doing that? Well, because if you've been having trouble sleeping, you're probably not getting as good a sleep as you can. If you've been having trouble sleeping because you're worried that Cody Rhodes is going to give away his spot at WrestleMania to The Rock, I'm going to help you out, actually. I'm sending it to SheetsGiggles.com. SheetsGiggles.com, the only place where the ZASLOW family shops for their bed sheets. I got the comforter, I got the blankets, I got the pillowcases. I sleep on a eucalyptus pillow made from the wood of eucalyptus trees. I'm getting the softest, coolest, most breathable sheets around because at SheetsGiggles.com, they care about your sleep, they care about the environment. If you're looking for a new mattress, have you ever slept on a mattress made from eucalyptus? A koala sleeps on a eucalyptus tree up to 18 hours a day. Can you imagine how comfortable a eucalyptus mattress is then? All kinds of sales and promotions are always going on at SheetsGiggles.com. And if this is your first time visiting SheetsGiggles.com, use promo code ZASLOW. You'll get 20% off at checkout. ZASLOW, promo code ZASLOW. 20% off at checkout. Go to SheetsGiggles.com.